Ladies and gentlemen, this story is out of Chicago. Apparently, there are white teachers complaining in order to get black principals fired. Three have been fired, and it's all consistently the same. White teachers complain, black principal fired. So there's three, but they're saying it's actually more than just these three black principals. So, am I surprised? No. But a place like Chicago, y'all should not be letting these teachers get away with doing that. And why are they not being fired? Why aren't these whiny behind teachers not being fired? Why are you hanging on to them and you're letting all of these principals go? Because one thing I notice in the story, they're not saying that these principals were not doing their jobs. It seems to me that they are allowing these teachers to push them out. It's allowed, apparently. And how deep are you investigating these complaints? That's what I would like to know. If you notice a pattern, which it is clearly a pattern of this happening, what kind of investigation is being done into these teachers that are causing all of these problems? So let's get into the story. CPS accused of removing black principals at behest of white teachers. Nationally known civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump joined a group of Chicago public school principals and other leaders in calling for a federal investigation into the removal of more than three black principals from their schools. Well, let's see if the feds will get involved. I think they should. It's a pattern. Crump was among those who gathered on Thursday to back up black CPS principals who were removed from their jobs, they allege, after white teachers engaged in racist campaigns to get rid of them. If you're a black school leader and you make the mistake of actually believing the written rules, said Troy Laviere, president of the Chicago Principals and Administrator Association, that your job is to supervise a predominantly white teaching force, to coach them, to support them, to hold them accountable. Pedro Martinez and the rest of CPS management will unleash a system on you that will smear your good name and replace you with someone who will stay in their place. Whoa. So I guess these principals were too uppity for these teachers. They were too uppity. Raffiere added, if you are a black principal in Chicago Public School District, officials will often find ways to tell you that your job is not to supervise white teachers. Really? They say those words? Your job is to spoil white teachers. What the hell? Dr. Kimberly Gibson was one of those principals. She claimed she was sent racist texts soon after taking over at the Harriet Tubman Elementary School, and right after she was removed. Again, why are these teachers not fired? How the hell do they get away with sending someone a racist text message and they remain gainfully employed? But you get rid of the principal that's being harassed. It sounds to me like y'all need to do a clean sweep of CPS. Get rid of all those people that are going along with this whole thing. Crump said he is not going to let CPS discriminate against the principals. We're going to explore all legal avenues to get justice for these black principals, he said in a 90-minute press conference outside CPS downtown headquarters. In a statement, CPS said allegations against staff are thoroughly investigated and that the employees get due process. Well, if there's a consistent pattern, which it sounds like is going on, where white teachers are complaining about a black principal and then all of a sudden the black principal got to go, then where is the due process? Where is it happening? Who's getting this due process? Because it sounds like the teachers are getting it. So the administration added in its statement that CPS made great strides to ensure that the diversity of school leaders, as well as central and network staff, reflects the diversity of the student body. Officials wrote that CPS is committed to continuing to invest in recruitment and retention efforts. CPS said 44% of its principals are Black, 32% are white, 18% Latino. Okay, well, who is making these decisions? Because it's got to be somebody outside of these white teachers that's making the final decision to get rid of these black principals. Now, what I don't see in this article is they were lacking in their job. They weren't doing their job. They weren't showing up for their job. It's nothing like that. It appears to me that these people were doing their jobs and these teachers had a problem with them, and it had to be about race, especially if the black woman principal was getting racist text messages just before they got rid of her. It would be nice if we can find out the kind of reporting these teachers were doing. What were they implying about these principals that got them fired? And again, obviously CPS is allowing this kind of harassment to go on and it's going on unchallenged. So are most of the CPS employees look like these teachers? Is that why they're getting away with it? I would love to know. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.